This week on Celestial Ovation, we speak with Venerable Most Senior Evangelist Evang Gbeminiyi Akinnuoye.
The church we started 3 years ago by the grace of God. I'm from Ikorodu in Ondo State. I was born October 1963. And I started the work of God 3 years ago, and God has been with us in this church to date, because it is word that we take our mind on. He has never let us down. It's not an easy journey, but we thank God because He's with us, and He has never left us. In the up and down of the job, He always be with us. Celestial of Christ is my church, and God has been so nice with me, so good with me since I've started the job.
Speaking on his early Christian life, Venerable Most Senior Evangelist Akinnuoye revealed how he joined Celestial Church of Christ.
My father is from Anglican, St. Peter's Church. From a youth age, I was baptized in Anglican Church. That was on my youth age. That was my secondary, my primary school. I did my first baptism in 1975. And my father was he's not a pastor, but he's a core religious man. And he always teaches us the word of God right from our youth age. And I joined this church that's 1984 when I was in Lagos. But before I joined the Church of Christ, I was purely an Anglican church. That was where I was born and bred with. What really prompted me to join this church is what Micah, the book of Micah 4, that at any time, it is a problem. But I call it a problem. Then there was no way out anymore. I was just stagnant. No way to move forward and backward. I did not join this church because I'm okay. I joined this church because then I had a lot of problems on my neck. After I left my secondary school, that was 1981, I came to Lagos. And when I came to Lagos, I was never a celestial man because I don't believe in celestial. Even when I was back home in my town, I don't believe. When I saw them wearing their sutana going from my house to their church, I always abused them. Maybe their pastor did not have, his leg is too big. That's why they cannot afford to buy shoe. I have a friend of mine then, we are classmates. Each time he was trying to come to my house, I will always run for it. But when I came to Lagos, I was able to get a job. That was 1981 at Poly Product Nigeria Limited. So I was working there, and on the course of that work, I went to my hometown. I got something like juju they gave to me that I was able to get a better offer. So when I got this thing, I used it, and fortunately, I got a job. From that, it was a labor work. From that labor work, I was elevated to the position of a storekeeper. So money started flowing in. So maybe because I did not go back to go and pay them homage or to go and pay them back what they are giving back to me. So after a while, after a year, one of my managers came and I was from Abeokuta, and he started looking at our files, and he asked the store manager to call me that I should go and bring my certificate. So when I presented my certificate to him, I said, "You don't have English, you don't have maths. Who put you in that position?" And I said, "Well, I don't know, but the man that was working there before just left suddenly." And they said, "I should go and do it." And I was doing it, and I'm doing a good job. He said, "No, you cannot do it." And he used red biro to mark my name. That asked this man in my original white certificate, asked this man to see me. And I went to him. He did not even take me back in that job. He said I should go. So, because during that period, all my friends come to me, we would drink from the 1 hour break we have. We would drink at that Lupeju there. We would drink, even in my house. It was like, because money comes like, I don't know. Minimum wage then was 128 naira per month. So in a month, in a week, in a day, I will receive 1,000 naira. So when I lost that job, then things fall back on me. Now, the house I was able to furnish with my own money, I can afford to pay for the house. So I was sleeping from friends to friends to friends to friends. So one day, I have a friend is dead now. Sheyi Akinnuoye. His father was Abajo Ogba, the Kaja one of India too. So he didn't know that I'm out of job, but I did not tell anybody I'm out of job, and they still look at me as if I still have the money, but the money is not there anymore, and I'm always shy to ask for people money. So now they give him two slots every Thursday when he play at the Arena Club. So that 2 slots, that very Thursday, it is sure for me I will sleep at the Arena Club. But this Thursday, he was there before me. There was no telephone. He left Unilag, and I left at Parish. So we go to that place, and he was there before me. And he said, Sunday is not around. He said, travel out. I said, it's like the world is good and end. But that was where I was sleep. Then he didn't know what happened to me. He went back to his work, and I came back to Palapere. So the man I slept in his house was my in-law. He's dead now, but I scared. So I knocked his door. He was eating, and that's what he was eating. And I said, it was me. Open for me. The man refused to, because I know when a road did not close, and that was not open. He was eating. It was me. It was around 11 o'clock. He did not open for me. So I went to a lady. That woman was a sister to my friend, just to allow me to sleep overnight so I can find my level. It was late, but many times, all this other day have arrested me along the road and decided I should be selling akara mama overnight because I walk all over the night. So but I don't want them to arrest me again. So I knocked the woman's door. They said he was in the church, and I know it's Sele. And somebody said to me, go and meet him. Don't sleep in the house. Go and ask for permission. So as I go to the church, they were doing a new moon service. It was Thursday. So, and I asked them, I want to say, Antifoluke, Akiton is not UK now. And I want to sleep in your room. And they said to me, Ni, she will not listen. Can't you do service? I said, I will do it. So I was at the back of the church, and I was sitting with them. And as I look at the altar, something tells me, this is my church. The altar was telling me this is my church, and I stood down there. So when it was after the Nemo service, I was sleeping there till 9 o'clock. I have never wake up. So it was the shepherd. He's dead now. Evangelist Kehinde. He was when I come to me, and he took him to his office. He was telling to me, he would consult me, he cancelled me. And during the course of that counsel, it's like everything in my head was over, and I had peace in the Lord. And I said, I'll do the church. So they said to me, okay, come on Tuesday for normal Yaskima and the other thing, Shona. So I came. I was there 7 o'clock. So I was the first person to be in the church. So when the first Woli came and he was telling me, say, oh my me, why Nick Billy, you will be 6 months protection. I don't understand what they are saying. And you have can't do either. So after the word, I said, okay, fine. How much is it? How much is it, Billy? They said, no, then you have to be in the church. And I said, how do you know I don't have a place to live? So Celestial, at that moment, gave me the first shelter. That was where I was there for 6 months. Before that 6 months, Atumbi is still there today. We are the one that Sam filled the whole church. It was outside the water. So we were there. So before 3 months, God opened my way. I was able to rent the house. But for 2 years, I did not sleep in the house. My dad did not call me. Well, if you know, you don't want to stay in my house. But then, this one will come big money and now big food. We are eating together, love. So I cannot go to my house. But suddenly, my landlord will come and said, if you know you want to live in the house, come back to your load. So before then, I was able to adjust myself. Every Sunday morning, after Sunday, I would go to the house. I would sleep there. Then the following Monday, I was back in the church. That was where I joined the church. I did not join the church because I'm rich. I did not join the church because but I joined the church. I am a neglected and rejected person. So it was this church, whatever I am today, it was this celestial of Christ, the Lord of our spiritual shepherd, that made me. And I thank him, and with that grace, if anybody tell me I can build a church, or if anybody tell me I can travel abroad, if anybody tell me I can have a church or even a wife, I will tell that person is a lie. But one thing I did that period is that I would tell God, by the time I will be 20 years, 30 years, I want to have my first child, I want to have my first house, I want to buy my land, and I want to have this at 30 years. And I don't have anything. But that time, I concentrated in service. Anytime we are praying, that was what I was asking God. And God answered my prayer. Today, the first land I bought, that was in 1993. I give to Society of Christ, Salvation Parish. I was the patron of the church. I don't have another land. Olusho, take it. Go and build church there. And today, God has blessed me, with good health, and I was able to.
Speaking on the call of God to build a church and be a shepherd, he revealed that it took him a while to accede to the call.
When the cause of Hamoshia come up, the call, I did not resist it. But it took me a while, more than 10 years. When I came back from UK, I went to do SC Awujoluwa, the church before Beggar. And she said to me, go and preach, go and do 37 Parish. And the first church I went to was, the woman was called Wakulowe at Ketu. He was selling celestial materials. And he said, I have a church, I build at Agbele, Ipaja, go and preach there. That was the first church I did. I started preaching. So as I was there, it was during the Sunday prayer, the woman took me to Mercyland and said to me, you are building a house. And the house is just at the back. There's still a plot of land at the front. Immediately, I said, the back with me here, go and start that work now and start to build that church there. And I told that woman there, what do you mean? After I've wasted a lot of money, this is the only one I want to live now. You said, go and build us. So for over 10 years, I did not respond to God's call until 2014, January, February. I was in the church when I went to go and do mercy service. And the woman, I have a dream, God said to me, you don't want to do it, I will suffer you. The business you are doing, I will take it from you, and you must do it for me. So that was why I came down here. And he said to me, he will provide the money that I will use to grow, that I must not take money from anybody, so that the truth must come out. Because if you take money from them, they will tell you, I have money, that declare and that blog, the instrument, I'm going to buy it. Say, don't take money. And you'll be able to tell them the truth. Because the truth is what Hamoshia stood for. And the tenet and the love of the Church of Christ. And that's why we are doing it today. And God of the Son is still with us. That was how I joined the church. And that's where I still am today.
When asked to differentiate Celestial of old and present, this was his response.
Celestial of the old, they are two things entirely now. We have the Celestial of the past, even the present one, and the future one. The past is the truth celestial, where we have love. Everybody love ourselves. Well, if you don't have money in Celestial of Christ, nobody will want to ask you. Somebody will bring food, and I will bring food. Then I remember that one my friend, the wife will cook for us. There was one man, he's a very rich man there. Children, there is a shepherd now. He will come to the church and he would distribute 5 naira to us, new note. And that was how we were able to survive. But today, it's not the same. Then, there was no rebellion to the Son of Christ. But today, everywhere is rebellion. Every church today that established, we are established under rebellion. Maybe the church is not good again. We gang up to go and establish church. Because I'm a prophet. God did not ask to go and establish church, go and establish it. That was but today, but those days, they were under the control of Papa Shofar. And you couldn't establish the church before, because you need to have the call. And there must be a way of checking and balancing before you can go and establish church. But today, anybody just go and establish church. Even God called them or did not call them. So the difference is that the sense of yesterday is of love. But the sense of today is not love. Shepherds do not love themselves. Even in their meeting, everything is we run. Yeah, and today, if you not beat them, you have to join them. But if you have one thing the Caesar stood for, is to win so for his kingdom. If you want to be in that kingdom, then things of this world must not apply to your God. That is only the difference we have today. So the yesterday of yesterday is of love, but till of today, the love is no more there anymore. Things have changed.
While noting that there is light at the end of the tunnel for the church, he pointed that every ministry must be under the authority of the church.
The future of Celestial with our present pastor now, Reverend Bobino Oshova, I think the future, I see light in the Church of Christ. The love is not coming back, and shepherd not know that. You need to work for your kingdom. It's not an issue of water, shagiju, now. It is an issue of knowing the word of God, and the word shall set you free. So the word is not setting us free. So we have so many, we have many ministration now, and we have ministry all over the places. Though to me, I don't believe in the celestial ministry because it's not affecting us. It's affecting us. It's giving to us. It's not to the what is contributed for the program of the church. But I know those days, each church have their own ministry under every church. But today, individually have their ministry, and individual ministry they are using to attack. They are not using it for the church to attack the church. So the ministry, that's the only thing. If our pastor can streamline, because I know if we can streamline it, every ministry must be under church. Evangelism is part of what God has given to us. But you have a ministry, and you are using it to make money to attack the church. The church, our way of life. That's the only way we are doing it. So, if our pastor can do that and make things work for us, then the future will be very great. And all the lost souls are coming back now because everybody wants where they have peace, where they have peace of mind, where there's no death, where there's no sorrow, and that's what the church stands for. So, wherever there's death, there's sorrow. Then why Celestial is on in the world? So, whatever we are doing now is that Celestial, he has stand for us to have peace in the world.
He also told Celestial Ovation about his sojourn in the United Kingdom, adding that he almost left the church, but was advised by a senior member not to do so.
I've worshipped in this church close to about 45 parishes in this Celestial Prize. And I've worked with close to about 50 shepherds. I can start to mention their name. And I was able to see a shepherd. What did I learn from them? But at a point in time, I was about leaving the church because the way prophets are doing, I was about to fall out. But God was able to send someone to me, and that's Super Evangelist M.B. Shamed. They were friends, we are business partners. And I said to him, I want to leave this church because what is happening, things are not going very well. What I'm getting those days, I'm not getting again. But he said to me, but where you are getting it, you are worshiping God in true faith. But today, you are in the world. You didn't pray, you carry women up and down. You think this God, it's not going to live with you anymore. So don't leave. And I said, okay, if you want to leave, go and meet Papa Deshuba. Papa Deshuba just started the church at Ikorodu there. He had just started. He was still working though. Every Saturday morning. I went there. Papa said to me, but you see a paper with you, and it's covered with cobweb. Where do you keep the paper? I said, Baba, yes, it's true now, but I want to go to London. And he said, but God, I finished. That's where God wants to go. And I said, London? I said, okay. And he said, okay, what do you do now? You have a joke with John Shegun, and you come to me on Monday. And that was what Baba did. And he said, go to American British Embassy. And that they will not, God has already, they will not ask you a single question. And I left the church. When I get to British Embassy, I feel for, well, I don't even, because it's what you want to do or what you have interest, you show have passion on it. I just prayed for 6 months. And when it was my turn, even the cab that took me there, I've carried even the original copy of my documentation because it was a rainy season. So when I was coming down, I did not even remember to pick up the original copy. So the man was asking me, where's the original copy? And I was checking it's okay, don't worry. Go and pay for 2 years. I said, okay, come. I don't have money for 2 years. Papa have said to me, when you're not fair job, and I said, okay, I don't have money for 2 years. He said, you don't have money. Okay, go and meet the guy here. Where's the money? I said, I don't have money. Go and look for the money. So I went out and said, this is what's happening again now. And said, they'll give you your visa now, I'll look for the money. But before I came back to the embassy, they are already closed. The second day I came, I filled for another 6 months again. Another Igbo was one out. And the same thing he said, go and pay for 2 years. And that very day, that was 2002. I was given that visa, 2 years, multiple visa. So I was in UK, I was working there. Before God said to me, I was doing it, I did not have, I was just there, I was working there, I was okay, I was doing very well. Before God said to me, go back to Nigeria and build a church for me. And the reason why he said is that when you are leaving, you said to God, if you can give me that visa to travel out, that you build me a church. Now go back to Nigeria and do it. And it's not that I want to come back to Nigeria, but because I have a business in Nigeria that can sustain me. I have a contract with Nigeria LNG, I have a contract with NNPC, I have a contract with Brazil LNG, I have a contract with OK LNG. So I was doing well. So I know I have something to fall back to. So I have to come to Nigeria. And when I came to Nigeria, that was when I started to go and do the preaching. And the same thing happened. But I did not do it at that point in time. I was saying, I don't want to be, because if you do where you want to go, what we had there is Baba, they are doing, and I'm afraid. Because they are doing it there, go there. And I will show the world that there's a light when you worship God in holiness. And that was why I came back. And it did not take me, since I came back, that was about, it's almost 8 years before I know I came to build the church. And as he has promised, he never let his promise, that he will provide the money for me. He provided money. I did not take money from anybody, penny. Everything I did, as you've seen in the church now, Hamoshia Parish, it is what God has provided another place for us where we are moving to. Because this place is not continental anymore. It is the work of God.
Speaking on the impact made since the establishment of the parish, Venerable Most Senior Evangelist Akinnuoye revealed the meaning of the word Hamoshia and why he became the shepherd of the parish.
Yeah, Hamoshia himself is salvation. And Teresa himself, Christ himself is salvation. And God said to me, Hamoshia is to win unknown soul for his kingdom. He said to me, many are today in search of Christ. They are evangelists. They are spirit evangelists. But yet, Satan yet is still yet to be known to him. So, Hamoshia come. It is not an easy task up to now. It's not the years in Wuru, but with his grace. The first year, because I did not want to be shepherd. I did not build the house to be a shepherd. I built the church that God I should build a church. I built it now. Okay, fine. I called prophet. The first prophet I have here was Prophet Daniel. So he came. But the passion I have for this church, when I joined this church, the way it has been, it is not where I'm seeing now. And I not design myself. I told them, if I come to you, don't take money from them. For the first 6 months, we don't collect any money. I did not take money from any member. It was someone that came and said, Mr. Aman, come. How do you want them to get money when they did not even pay money in the money? It does not matter. What does matter is the heart we bring to God. God knows ourselves. If you have the money, just put it there. So, it's not an easy task, but one day I slept off. And God said to me, Niyi, he said, what I have asked you to go and do, you have not done it. Though you have built a house, it's a wall. But the soul, you have not won the soul for me. Now go back there. I have not been a shepherd before. I did not go to shepherd school. But the only privilege I have, and I thank God for, during the course where I was a member, any church I attended, I play my role as a member. I've been a patron, I've been a choir patron, I've been a secretary, I've been a church harvest secretary. So every role, every administration, I've passed through them. And I have been in Adena, sideman. I've been sideman coordinator, and during that course, I was able to, because anytime I'm in the church, I focus on that altar. And each time I focus on the altar, what God is telling me about the altar is that is the kingdom of heaven on earth. So whatever you ask from me, He will surely give it to you. So it is not that because I want to be a shepherd. Nobody have told me I want to be a shepherd. The last time I had that was when I did a Bible. I did a Bible teaching at Evang Parish. It's very close there, Parafa. It was 3 days, 1 month interval. So the last time I finished it, and this church is I already finished the church. I didn't tell you, but God said to me, Don't tell anybody you are building a church. Oh. Don't let anybody know. So the woman took me to the mercy land. It was early in the morning and said, go and prepare for that work. I said, which work? He said, only short money. Madam, I'm going to show you. Sarah, I said, you don't know what I'm talking about. Me, I cannot do it. Because God said I should build a house. I will send my mind. I'll build a house. Let everybody come and do. I did not have any member. Most of the members you see here, they are newly committed members. They are newly members. That was why every month we go on seminars to let them know about Celestial. Last week we were on a seminar here to let them know Celestial is all about you and Christ in you, and it's all about holiness. So Celestial himself is Christ. So, and as we know, we are not worshiping. Christ is what we worship here in this church, and that's the name Hamoshia. So Hamoshia himself is Christ himself. He said, when the man came to me, he said, Maria had born a baby, a newborn baby, and it was named the name that nobody knows about it. It's a name that people will ask you, what is the name of Hamoshia? And he said, it is to win or no soul for his kingdom.
He also told us other personal contributions he has made to appreciate the glory of God in his life.
The journey was not so much easy, but we thank God. We'll be there. We have started the journey, and he has been with us. And so far, from the day one to today, the only thing we did that is not part of the Celestial is that every year we give award to people, members of the Church of Christ, those that we know that contributed to the progress of the church, and spiritually, morally, and financially. Not the church alone, all over the world. So, and we have started it, and it's my personal contribution to the progress of God. I was in the church, I think about 10 years ago. I was the shaman. The church was, I think, in Island, and the church was 35 years. I said, Baba, this church is 35 years. Even the children that were born, they are grown now. Where are them? Let them give them a word. Let them call them back so that they can come back to the church. So, and we did it. Then we gave many people, including Papa S.B. Joshua. So that prompted me that whenever I have the privilege, that I will continue to do it, and Hamoshia will continue to do it, and God has been enabled to do it. So many people have been coming here, and they testify that Joshua himself have been in that church. He have never lived there one day. But the first year we did anniversary, Thanksgiving. That was the first time. That was the award year. This is award year. Second year was this, and the last one was this. This last one was this. So 3 years now we are giving award. So because we are three, we have done this next, but our harvest is 2 years now. For the first year is anniversary, offering to God. Then second year is what it is. This year will be third year and harvest.
He advised other shepherds to stimulate church growth by seeking the kingdom of God first than the kingdom of the world.
He said, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and that every other thing shall be added to it. So I think if all of us believe in that word, we let every member believe that there's nobody that can bless you except God himself. So when you seek his kingdom, even the kingdom of the world today is not doing anything to us. Hallelujah. So it is the kingdom of heaven that can reward. Then we should. All we need to do is that where God has put us, we should focus our mind on it. We don't need to say we are a shepherd and be doing extra work outside. Focus in that altar. Look with that altar. Don't allow anything to enter the altar. So in as much you are doing that, and you did not leave it for a second, be prayerful. Every hourly prayer here, we do it. And you see, we are just doing it now. So the angel of God have never departed from us. They are still with us every time because we call on them. The right way, Celestial call on them. So my advice to every shepherd is that let us seek the kingdom of heaven first and his righteousness. And God is the only one that bless. He will give us everything. If you want to go have man to everything you have, and everything even we have, we will leave it in this world. But the kingdom of heaven is utmost for us. If you don't seek the kingdom of heaven, as a Celestial, if you do not make heaven, then your service is meaningless. The suffer you suffered in this world is meaningless. You may have harvested everywhere. Every church today, at that appointed time, they will say, come back to wear the sutana. So we are wearing today because we are there, but a lot of us are not there in spirit. So if we can focus in that kingdom, and let's do what is needful. The law and the teaching of this church, we must not shift away from it. We must not adhere to it. If we can be doing that, the God of Celestial himself is with us. The same God of 1947 is still with us and is still working with us. In as much we are able to caution ourselves and know what we are doing. And God of the time will come to straighten ourselves.
He revealed Celestial Ovation how he has been able to coordinate the activities of the church, with majority of the members being youths.
We have programs every year, every month. From this year now, we have meeting with every stage of the church. The choir, the prophet and prophetess, the side men and women, the youth dispensers, and those that are married. We are meeting with them intervally. Those that have not got marriage, they should know that it's going to be married. You should not fornicate yourself before you get your husband. We talk to ourselves, we meditate to ourselves to let us know that Celestial is about holiness. So as much you obey the rule and tenor of this church, this sky will be your limit. There's no evil before you. So we continue, and every month we have a seminar that even we invite other parishes, even non-Celestial, they still come and join us. This month we will be going to marriage, because our marriage is not about. I understand that when a Celestial dated Celestial church, they end up not marrying themselves. And most of our members today, they went to go and marry Muslims now because they have been cheated, they have been betrayed by we. So in that doing, so everybody know that issue role, play your role, and I play my role, and let us work together and pray together for the sake of our God and humanity, and the kingdom of God will come to us.
He also advised the church youths not to backslide in taking his glory to another church.
I want to advise the youth of this church, especially those that are born in this church, because they are the leader of this church tomorrow. They must not backslide. They must not take our glory to other church, because doing that, this church, as the way I am able to understand the church, is that angel that is working with us, the day he had departed from us, sometimes some people have some grace. It takes them 10 years after leaving the church, they will still be okay. But the day that grace ceases to exist, then they will come back. And by then, they have to come to become a new member. People are born here. They come here, they say, I'm born to the Church of Christ. Why do you leave? Because shepherd do this, we will do this. And I said to them, did you come to church for shepherd, or you come to meet Christ? So if we can be able to put our way in that way, that we are coming here to meet Christ, then it's our Lord. Then we don't have another Lord anymore. Then this church is enough to grow us and make us, even from scratch. Like I said the other time, this church is not meant for the richest men. A governor will not wake up tomorrow to go to church and let me go to the Church of Christ. But a member, those that are born here, select will make them. They will become governor. They become president. That's how it is made. Only just ṣe ní kẹ́yìn ọjọ́, only how sì fi òkè olé Olúwa kalẹ̀ lórí òkè ńlá, a ó sì gbé ga ju kékeré lọ. So kékeré ni pé àwọn babaláwo, àwọn olóòṣà, with just a candle and a sword, with your faith, you overpower them. So there's no need for us to be running from one place to another, to qualify from one shepherd to woli. You don't need that. Focus in that kingdom and believe yourself that in this church, if God can make me in this church today, Celestial Christ, today I'm a person that you can see meet people here now in that church sleeping. When I have no place to sleep before, then God can sleep for every one of us. But the truth is this: it's very bitter, because we are too much in a hurry. Celestial today, we are too much in a hurry, and Celestial, God Himself is not in a hurry. You understand me, sir? He's not in a hurry. He will do that at that time. So because we are too much in a hurry, then we run to the wrong place. And then the glory we have, the little one we have, they will take it away and we become non-glorious person. So the only thing is that let us be prayerful. So once you are prayerful, the only you go and miss them, have some problem, shepherds have their own problem. It's only God that can help us. Let us focus in that kingdom. And every other thing, riches is with God. He added to us. He has done in my life, and He has done in everybody's life.